Welcome back to the Yours and Old FoMoCo Iron YouTube channel. My name is Adrian Clements, and today in video number 28 we're going to learn about the initial and mid-year introduction dates for the 1960 and 1961 Ford cars. Let's get to it. To begin, let's have a look at the layout of a typical automotive model year using these 1959 and 1960 full-year calendars as examples. Actual vehicle production for the new model year typically began in mid to late August of the preceding calendar year. So, for the 1960 model year, production of the new 1960 cars would have begun sometime in August 1959, shaded here in green. Public introduction of the new model year cars normally took place during late September or early October of the preceding calendar year. So, for the 1960 model year, the introduction of the new 1960 cars would have occurred in September or October 1959, shaded here in pink. Production of the new models continued during these pink-shaded months, obviously. Once the public introduction of the new model year cars had taken place, production of the new models continued during November and December of the preceding calendar year and January through June of the model year itself. So, for the 1960 model year, production would have continued in November and December 1959 and in January through June 1960, shaded here in yellow. Production for the model year typically concluded in late July or early August of the model year. So, for the 1960 model year, production would have wrapped up in July or August 1960, shaded here in red. At that point, the cycle repeated itself for the next model year. Please note that any new vehicle line, new series, new body style, new engine, new option, etc., introduced during the yellow-shaded and red-shaded months was considered to be a mid-year introduction. According to this advertisement entitled Here Today, A Wonderful New World of Fords for 1960 that appeared in the Baltimore Sun newspaper in Baltimore, Maryland on Thursday, October 8, 1959, the new 1960 Falcon, Ford, and Thunderbird were all introduced to the public that day. The Falcon was a brand new vehicle line for Ford, as only the Ford full-size and Thunderbird vehicle lines existed for the 1959 model year. There were no mid-year Ford passenger car introductions for the 1960 model year. The new 1960 Ford Falcon lineup consisted of the Falcon two-door sedan, where two-door is spelled Tudor, which was period Ford speak for a two-door sedan in the Falcon lineup. This Falcon two-door sedan was photographed at FoMoCo's Dearborn Proving Ground, or DPG, located at the northwest corner of the M39 Southfield Freeway and Rotunda Drive in Dearborn, Michigan. Also included in the 1960 Falcon lineup was this Falcon four-door sedan, where four-door is spelled Fordor, which was period Ford speak for a four-door sedan in the Falcon lineup. This Falcon four-door sedan was also photographed at DPG. In addition to the Falcon two-door and four-door sedans, the 1960 Falcon lineup included a Falcon two-door wagon, shown here in the studio photo, and a Falcon four-door wagon. Now that we've covered the 1960 Falcon, let's look at the 1960 Ford full-size lineup. This is a 1960 Ford Galaxy Town Victoria, which was period Ford speak for a four-door hardtop in the Ford full-size lineup, photographed at DPG. The 1960 model year saw the introduction of a new body style in the Ford full-size lineup, the two-door hardtop with a swept-back roof called Starliner, shown in this studio photo. Interestingly, the Starliner and convertible Sunliner were labeled by Ford as a special series and did not include the Galaxy name on the car itself or in the proper model names. With the 1960 Falcon and Ford full-size vehicle lines covered, it's time to turn our attention to the third and final 1960 Ford lineup, the Thunderbird. The 1960 Thunderbird was the final model year in the second-generation T-Bird, nicknamed Square Birds by enthusiasts. This is a 1960 Thunderbird hardtop, also photographed at DPG. This advertisement, entitled An Announcement by Henry Ford II, appeared in the Evening Sun newspaper in Baltimore, Maryland on Wednesday, September 28, 1960, and touted the fact that the warranty on all 1961 Ford Motor Company cars is being extended to 12,000 miles or 1 full year. With the previous warranty listed as 4,000 miles or 3 months, the new warranty comprised a 3-fold increase in miles and a 4-fold increase in time. The bottom of the ad features an area entitled Arrival Dates, with the Ford full-size lineup listed as debuting on Thursday, September 29, 1960, the Falcon lineup debuting 1 week later on Thursday, October 6, 1960, and the Thunderbird 5 weeks after that on Thursday, November 10, 1960. Unlike the 1960 model year where the Falcon, Ford, and Thunderbird were all introduced on the same day, we see here that the 1961 Ford, Falcon, and Thunderbird had different introduction dates. A few pages later in the same newspaper, this ad for the newly restyled 1961 Fords appeared, featuring the left rear three-quarter view of a 1961 Galaxy Club Victoria, which was period Ford speak for a two-door hardtop in the Ford full-size lineup. This 1961 Ford Galaxy Starliner is showed on a FoMoCo dynamometer with the front of the car strapped down to the floor and the rear wheels on the dynamometer drum. This 1961 Ford Galaxy Sunliner was photographed outside the serpentine brick wall that surrounds the Dearborn Proving Ground. If you've ever been to Greenfield Village in Dearborn, you've seen this wall before. On Thursday, October 6, 1960, introduction day for the warmed-over 1961 Falcon lineup, this ad entitled Falcon 61 has these wonderful birthday presents for you appeared in the St. Helena Star newspaper out of St. Helena, California. The actual first anniversary of the Falcon going on sale would occur 2 days later on Saturday, October 8, 1960. This ad was for J.C. Stansberry Incorporated in St. Helena and showed a 1961 Falcon two-door sedan. This photo taken at DPG shows a 1961 Falcon four-door sedan in the foreground, with a Galaxy Club Victoria, or two-door hardtop, behind that, and a Thunderbird convertible in the rear. This advertisement, entitled The Topic of Discussion, Thunderbird, Unique in All the World, appeared in the Lansing State Journal in Lansing, Michigan on Wednesday, November 9, 1960, the day before the completely redesigned 1961 T-Bird lineup was introduced to the public. The ad features a Thunderbird hardtop and convertible and was sponsored by 2 Lansing area Ford dealerships, Max Curtis Incorporated and Dean and Harris. The 1961 Thunderbird was the first year of the third generation T-Bird, also known as the Bullet Birds. This press photo of a 1961 Thunderbird convertible parked on the grass beside a pond shows the new Thunderbird styling for 1961. The first and only mid-year introduction that we'll cover in this video is the launch of the new Falcon Futura model. As detailed in this article entitled Ford Offers New Falcon, that appeared in the Detroit Free Press newspaper from Detroit, Michigan on Tuesday, March 21, 1961, the new Falcon Futura was called a compact cousin of the Thunderbird, available only in a two-door sedan body style. The Futura interior had contoured front bucket seats, vinyl seating surfaces, and a short console with a large stowage compartment for personal effects situated between the bucket seats. The exterior featured special wheel covers, narrow-band white wall tires, and 3 decorative ornaments on each of the rear quarter panels. The Futura's public debut took place at the International Automobile Show in New York City from April 1st through 9th, 1961, followed by dealership availability a few weeks later, beginning on Thursday, April 20th, 1961. Note that this mid-year introduction date was some 8 months into production of the 1961 Falcons. On Wednesday, April 19, 1961, the day before the Falcon Futura was available for purchase at Ford dealerships, this ad entitled, Look what's new since you last looked at Falcon. New Falcon Futura by Ford appeared in the Battle Creek Inquirer newspaper in Battle Creek, Michigan. This ad was sponsored by Kimball Ford in Battle Creek. When the Falcon Futura was introduced, the only other Ford passenger car offered with bucket seats was the Thunderbird. Amazingly, the Ford full-size models wouldn't have bucket seats available for another 11 months. This recent photo of a 1961 Falcon Futura has the correct bucket seat interior, narrow band white wall tires, and 3 quarter panel ornaments, but incorrectly has hubcaps in lieu of the Futura specific full wheel covers. Summarizing the production dates covered, for the 1960 model year, the Falcon, Ford, and Thunderbird were all introduced together on Thursday, October 8th, 1959, with the Falcon being a brand new vehicle line that model year. For the 1961 model year, the Ford was introduced on Thursday, September 29th, 1960, and the Falcon was introduced 1 week later on Thursday, October 6th, 1960. The 1961 Thunderbird was a late introduction 5 weeks after that on Thursday, November 10th, 1960. The Falcon Futura, a new model in the Falcon lineup, was a mid-year introduction on Thursday, April 20th, 1961. Thank you very much for watching video number 28. I hope you enjoyed learning about the initial and mid-year introduction dates for the 1960 and 61 model year Ford cars. Please be sure to check out videos number 1 through 27 on my channel for more interesting FoMoCo related content. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If you enjoy my videos and want to support my efforts, please share the Yours in Old FoMoCo Iron YouTube channel with your old car friends. Thank you. If you have any questions or if you have a suggestion for a future video topic, please feel free to email me at adrian.clements@me.com. Yours in Old FoMoCo Iron, Adrian.